Oh,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. This morning, we have 3 dockets. We have a trial docket, pretrial conference docket, and an announcement docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, we will wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be in another court, another matter. If you are not represented by an attorney, then when I call your name, please come forward by yourself. Okay, the person that's on Zoom, Justice Allen, please put your mic on. And when we call your case, you can take it off of mute. Everyone, and Anthony Nieto, please put your mic on mute as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. And Mr. Nieto, please take your head off. You're in court. Thank you. First case is cause number 23-CCCR 0775. Case is filed State of Texas versus Robert John Hebert. Or Bear. Would you please come forward? Okay, you pronounce your last name Hebert or Bear? Hebert. Hebert? Okay, Mr. Hebert. Your full name, Robert John Hebert. How are you doing, Mr. Hebert?
Okay.
Doing okay? Mr. Hebert, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Macy,
Yes, sir.
I see that Mr. Hebert has a warrant for a new case.
Yes, Your Honor, apparently.
That's correct, Your Honor. He has an active criminal trespass,
Okay, what's that case number?
and there's been a separate received felony.
25, what is? Okay. You said it's a trespass?
There's a criminal trespass. There's also been a felony that's in received status, Your Honor.
Okay, now, we can reset, Okay,
Thank you.
give us a, maybe give us a 60-day reset day. June 16th, 2025. Okay, now, Mr. Hebert, your cases will be reset to June 16th, 2025. Okay, you have a warrant out, so you're gonna be taken into custody. Please follow the bailiff. Okay,
Understand. If you wanted to do this
We
today,
dismiss together. This one's just
Um,
received.
I understand, well, he's gonna, okay,
That's gonna be
let me, I'll ask him, see whether he wants, what he wants to do on that. Your Honor, just so you'll know, I'm set for trial in Hardin County on the 16th of June,
okay, we can give you another day.
so.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah. Set for 3 trials on in.
What about the next week?
I'm sorry, which,
Well, that'd be the 23rd.
the 23rd would be fine. Judge.
Okay, we'll reset it on the 23rd.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna talk to,
Yes, I'm gonna.
Mr. Hebert.
Um,
Do you want me to write them all down first? Or did you get it?
well, I already had the first offer, so you're just gonna dismiss it.
Right.
If he
you
takes
please for this, I'll go ahead and dismiss criminal trespass.
that or that,
Yeah, there is an alternative deal.
right? It
Yeah,
was-
that's right.
Yeah,
And then obviously the no contact.
okay. Okay,
Next case is cause number 24 CCCR 1126, case of style of the state of Texas versus Keelan Dion Gilder.
okay, that's not, you're not doing mine, good.
The state has extended an offer to dismiss the case if he forfeits the gun, so. we're
That's
here
correct, Your Honor.
deciding that.
Okay, so,
What do you want?
y'all just need to fill out the paperwork.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll hold on and give you opportunity to fill out the paperwork. You could have a seat.
I'll pull it out and bring it.
We'll need to give.
Okay.
How many days is that?
Good morning.
Quentin Hall. Clause number 24, CCCR 1378, case of style of the state of Texas versus Quentin J. Hall. Mr. Hall, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Hall? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Hall. You represented by your attorney, Attorney John Mason, and Attorney Macy. You like to keep this case on the trial docket?
Yeah,
Okay, give us the trial date. Okay, this case will be reset to May 19th, 2025. Mr. Hall, you can get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go in your blessed day. Okay, thank you. Roderick Tillman. This is cause number 23 CCCR 2311. Case of style of state of Texas versus Roderick Lanier Tillman Jr. Mr. Tillman, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Tillman? That's good. And Mr. Tillman, you're representing your case by your attorney, John Mason. And Mr. Mason, you like to keep this case on the, well, these cases, two cases. You like to keep these cases on the trial docket?
yes, sir.
Okay, that date is the same. It's May 19th, 2025. Mr. Tillman, you're gonna get your resets from our court coordinator. Once you get your resets from the coordinator, you're free to go in your blessed day. Please have a seat in that second chair on the wall.
And that's my last one, other than,
Okay, oh yeah, okay, got this.
Mr.
Okay, we're gonna be on, okay. No problem. Frank Simmons. Mr. Kibler,
Still trying to get the word. Got two to send.
there's a motion to substitute. Is that all? This is cause number 23 CCCR 1578. Case of style of state of Texas versus Craig Stephen Simmons. Simmons, is that your full name? Is that your full name,
Yes,
Craig
sir.
Stephen Simmons?
How you doing today?
All right, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? That's good. Ms. Simmons, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Ralph Kimler. And Mr. Kimler, how are you doing?
I'm blessed.
That's good. And Mr. Kimler, you like to keep this case on the trial docket?
We're ready to try it.
Okay,
I think it's up for trial today.
yeah, but it's not, we don't have a court reporter.
Okay, well, yes, sir, we're keeping.
Okay. We'll have one on the May 19th. No,
No.
which one? What day? Give us the date, what is it? May, the 22nd? Oh, 27th? Okay,
The 27th, I will be announcing ready, but I'll have to defer testimony to Wednesday because I have a medical procedure. I can't miss
Okay.
Tuesday.
the 27th.
That's, April, I think you're correct.
Oh, wait, okay.
Okay, we'll be set on the same date. I mean, we don't, you never know, it may go. Okay, case will be reset to May, it was at, May 27th?
That works. No, that works.
May 27th, not April.
Yeah, I was thinking April.
May,
That's fine.
it's May 27th.
That's,
And, Jeremy Lee Ford, what's the traffic appeal?
yes, sir. From the roads. Well, it's a traffic, it was a noise, actually, it was a noise.
It's not traffic. That'll have to be.
Okay, I'm just looking at what they said on the docket sheet. Mr. Ford, your full name is Jeremy Lee Ford. How are you doing, Mr. Ford?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Ford, you represented by your attorney, Ralph Kimler. And Mr. Kimler, you like to keep this on the trial docket as well?
Yes.
Okay, we'll set that the same day, May 27th. Okay, case we reset for trial, May 27th. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Heaven Koslowski,
Kozlowski,
oh, no response. So she's not here yet. We'll give you some time to try to
that's a pretty old case.
It is.
locate her.
I, good one.
Okay, we'll,
Almost
we
wait
could-
till what time you want?
I was gonna give it a 10.
Till 10, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, he needs to be here. Okay. Let's see. Number 4 has 2 cases. Joshua
They're
DeAndre Cormier.
Yes, ready? Your Honor, depends on even writing this.
On that tablet.
It's not even, it just stopped. They have their phones on it.
We're gonna have to get another tablet. You might have to turn it off and turn it back on. Okay, this is call number 24 CCCR 0875, Casey Stiles, State of Texas versus Jeremy Lee Ford. Mr. Ford, is that?
No,
your-
this 4 was.
Uh-oh. Cormier, okay. Calls number 24 CCCR 0912, Casey Stiles, State of Texas versus Joshua DeAndre Cormier. Mr. Cormier, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Cormier?
Doing good.
That's good, Mr. Cormier. You're represented by your attorney, Ralph Kimler. Mr. Kimler, you like to keep this case on the trial docket as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it'll be May 27, 2025. Mr. Cormier, you have a seat in that first chair. Wait for your name to be called. Once your name is called, you go to the one and you're free to go in your blessed state.
It's a tablet.
Destiny Connect,
I think,
is that Destin?
off. Yeah.
I'm trying.
How you pronounce your first name?
Destiny.
Destiny? Okay. How are you doing?
Good, are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, you're representing your case by your attorney, right, Kimler. Mr. Kimler, this case is on the announcement docket.
Set for trial.
You're gonna reset it for trial? Give us a trial date. May 27th. Okay, this case will be reset to May 27th, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. That's good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Kozlowski is the only one.
right.
Took care of it. Behind her and said she shouldn't.
Okay. Eric Savoy. This is cause number 24 CCCR 1928. Case is style of state of Texas versus Eric Savoy. Savoy, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Savoy? Okay. Now, Mr. Savoy, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine.
That's good. Now, Mr. Boudreaux, the state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Huber. Attorney Huber, how are you doing?
Do well, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Mr. Savoy's case?
Your Honor, we have a problem. Mr. Savoy is disabled. He has some degree of
Hold on, let me do this. or judicial clemency, whereby the court can set aside the conviction and you no longer have a conviction on your record. However, in order to be eligible for deferred adjudication, three things has to happen. First of all, you have to successfully complete the probation. There cannot be any more time left on the probation. And you have to be successfully discharged off the probation by the Jefferson County Probation Office. Those three things happen, then the court has the discretion to set aside the conviction, and you will no longer have a conviction on your record. However, if you get a subsequent offense, a later offense, another conviction later on, then the case can be brought back up. It could be resurrected or revived. And if you try to get a license with CPS, which is Child Protective Services, then your license, they can deny giving your license will be revoked, or they can suspend your license. So in reference to that's just a range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor, okay? So in order to, you talking about, you just want a new lawyer, it just doesn't work like that, okay? Yeah, the court-appointed attorney motions have to be filed, and then the court has to have a hearing on the motion and determine whether or not the attorney will be allowed to withdraw off of the case.
Can let this fail fine.
Oh, I don't negotiate. You have to talk to the attorney has to talk to the prosecutors who's handling the case. Okay, I can't offer you anything. Okay, so if y'all want you want some time to talk to the prosecutor, I'll put the case on hold. Hey,
I've talked to Andrew, and he's willing to put him on.
yeah, you don't have to tell me the details of the offer. I just need to know whether or not you want this case put on trial docket or reset it for announcement. Or you want me to hold on it. I think Mr. Andrew is right there. He wants to talk to you about the case. You're ready to make an announcement?
Well, Your Honor, I'm willing to stay on the case, but.
Well, I mean, we're not even entertaining a motion to withdraw because there's no motion before the court. It's not an oral motion, it has to be in writing. So we're not even talking about that. I just need to know, what is your announcement with regards to this case? I think the state has made a counter offer. You gonna accept it, reject it, or what are you gonna do?
I haven't had a secretary too much in the last week or so because she's having a baby.
I understand that, but what I just said is, you just talked to the prosecutor about a new offer. He just made you a new offer, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And
have you discussed it with your client to see whether or not he accepted or rejected the offer?
He said he wouldn't.
I thought I heard something else,
But I heard something else too.
because you just have to do this here. Once y'all go outside and y'all can talk, and then we'll bring the case back up. What he just said.
Take the fine, Andrew. So,
What did you say?
I'm gonna take the fine, Andrew, up, his off.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, so what is your announcement?
Well, then,
He said,
give us a minute more, Judge.
okay, I do. Okay, y'all just go and talk. This is cause number M 332400, case of style of state of Texas versus Helen Koslowski.
Thank you.
And Ms. Koslowski, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Koslowski?
Okay.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Koslowski, you represented by your attorney, Attorney Ralph Kimler. Mr. Kimler, what's your announcement to Ms. Koslowski?
She's on the trial.
You like to
Skip her on the trial.
keep it on there? Okay. Give us a reset date. 27. Let me actually see if we have a number one on that. Give us another date. This is gonna be a number one case.
Go with you, right?
It'll be a trial next, if they have a court reporter next time.
June, if it's June 2nd, that day we do have a court reporter, but I'll be sitting in drug.
June 9th.
Okay, good.
Okay. This case is gonna be reset to June 9th, 2025. Ms. Koslowski, you gonna get your reset from a coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. What case is Mr.?
The who's goes on the trial, okay.
No, I'm looking for, what else? Which, oh, that's right, I need a tablet.
This one's, let's see if the service. It did fine. So
What about that one on
that
the,
was from Edge. They're all down. I don't know what's going on.
this is cause number 24 CCCR 2282. Case is style of state of Texas versus Taylor Joel Richard or Richard?
It's Richard.
Richard. Okay, Ms. Richard, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Richard, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Richard? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Richard, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
And Mr. Rojas, do you waive a record in Ms. Richard's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Ms. Richard, I have before me a document that is titled information. This document is on my computer. And this document was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this document, it alleges that you, Taylor Jewel Richard, on or about August 15th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft of property. Ms. Richard, do you understand what you have been charged with? To this charge, how did you plead guilty, not guilty, no contest? Guilty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Richard, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials here?
Yes, Your
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of the defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box says check, states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box says check, states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. You understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Richard, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Rojas, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand everything that Mr. Rojas went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Richard, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
State,
for 6-1.
any objections?
No objection.
No objection, State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Rojas, you have advised and counseled Ms. Richard, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Richard, your attorney, Mr. Rojas, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Richard, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is a 6 months deferred probation with a $100 fine and 24 hours community service.
Mr. Rojas, you was appointed in this case.
I was, Your Honor.
What is the court cost?
277.
277. Yes. Okay, Ms. Richard, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $100 with court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15, and you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court of attorney's fees of $350. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $238 a month. Are you able to pay the $238 a month? Okay, now, Ms. Taylor, I also have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. I'm handing this document to your attorney, and he will hand it to you. Do you recognize that document? On page 2 of that same document, there's a signature above the line, at the top of the document on the left-hand side. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Taylor, excuse me, Ms. Richard, is everything in that document still true and correct today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can make the corrections. You have a pen? Okay. Okay. Ms. Richard, the court is going to, okay, I see here. You made some changes. Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Ms. Richard, the court is going to find that you're indigent. Based on the finding of indigency, the fine of $100 plus court costs of $277, which is a total of $377, will be converted to 30 hours of community service pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The attorney's fees, in this case of $350, will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And the probation fee will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month. And you will be required to pay the $15 a month. For your analysis fee. So your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month is $48 a month. Will you be able to pay the $48 each month? Okay. Now, the $30, the 30 hours of community service that was converted from the fine and court costs of $377 will be in addition to 24 hours of community service, which comes to a total of 54 hours of community service. Do you understand that? And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, Ms. Rashaw, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good, Ms. Richard, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you had entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Richard, you're gonna have a seat in that first chair on the wall and wait for your name to be called. They have to make some adjustments on the paperwork.
Sure.
All right, and Ms. Richard, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure where your record will be sealed to the general public. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in. Yes, Mr. Ashley Torres. Mr. Torres, your full name is Ashley Torres.
Yes,
Oh, you speak Spanish?
he does, you're right.
You speak some
He
English?
can get to, I think he can get to what we're doing here.
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Torres? You fine? I'm fine as well. Mr. Torres, you're represented by your attorney, Charles Rojas. And Mr. Rojas, what is your announcement in Mr. Torres' case?
Judge, if we can get another, reset to another announcement document, I need time to go up and look at the video. I do have a copy of the video, but it won't play on my equipment. So I'm
Okay. Give us a reset date. Yes. Okay, this case will be reset to May 19th, 2025. Mr. Torres, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Rojas, this is the last case. You're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Hold on, who else? Hold on. Shanna Levine Gregory. Ms. Dallas.
You're right here. Yeah.
Judge, I've
Mr.
been here for over an
Prosecutor.
hour trying to get the tablet to work. Right there, it's sitting there updating. When it does work, and I put my name in, some other person's name comes up and not my client. I don't know what's going on with the tablets, but it's fairly inefficient.
Okay, well, try this tablet.
Yeah.
Who's next? Mr. Burns.
Ready, Your Honor, I believe.
I have a couple dismissals I've sent in as well, one with a Boyle. For Kaylee.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to, hold on a minute. Okay. Gilder. This is. Man, it was just, okay. This is cause number 24 CCCR 1126. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Kalen Dion Gilder. Mr. Gilder, is that your full name? Mr. Gilder, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gilder, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Gilder, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gilder? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Gilder. Oh. Okay, Mr. Gilder, I have before me a document that is titled information. And before we do that, Mr. Gilder, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Attorney Peter Dahl. Mr. Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, yeah.
And Mr. Dahl, do you waive a record in Mr. Gilder's case?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Gilder, I have before me a document that is titled information. Well, actually, I have a document, a motion to dismiss.
That's good.
And I also have a document that says motion to forfeit the weapon and cause number 24 CCCR 1162. Do you recognize this document? You have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you sign this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you read and understand everything in this document? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, now, Mr. Gilder. I'm signing this motion to forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Beaumont Police Department. And I also have a motion to dismiss, is that correct, Ms. Simmons?
Sure, for weapon, yeah.
For forfeiture of that weapon? All right, now I'm signing this motion. Yes, to dismiss the case for forfeiture of the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department. Okay, I just signed a motion to dismiss. You can get a copy of the motion to dismiss from the court coordinator. Once you get your copy of the motion, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Dahl, is this your last case? Your only case?
Good, good.
Okay, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Keeper has two cases, right? Did y'all doing a play on one?
Mr. Ebert,
Yeah, so I just had a
one's dismissed and one.
Yeah, I just had a dismissal right now. I don't have they haven't did the plea yet.
That's simple, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll wait.
She might have it.
I don't have nobody else, court is in session in two cases, cause number 24 CCCR 1510 and cause number 24 CCCR 1511. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus Raymond E. Grant. Mr. Grant, is that your full name? Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Grant? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Grant. You're representing your cases by your attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska, how are you doing?
Good morning, Your
Good morning, and Mr. Matuska, what are your announcements in Mr. Grant's cases?
Ready, Your
Your Honor, one
Okay.
has been dismissed, the other one does intend to stay at trial.
Okay, which one of them been dismissed? I don't have it.
Grant. Ryan Grant. Just the evading was dismissed. The other one will remain at trial.
Did you? I don't have it. His name is Grant, Raymond Grant.
Yeah, I see it was being sent on this one.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me,
but that's for the evading, Your Honor.
It's 1510.
That's the evading is being dismissed.
Yes.
Okay, I have it. Now, Mr. Grant, the state is dismissing the evading arrest case. I'm signing the dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of this dismissal from your attorney in a few minutes. And Mr. Matuska, you'd like to keep the other case on the trial docket?
Yes, sir, Your
Okay. I just signed a dismissal. Give us a reset date. Trial date. June 2nd, okay. Next case, this case will be reset.
You said June 2nd?
Yeah, for the
I'll be
re-
sitting in drug court.
Put on the 9th. Okay. The June 9th.
Because you got a vacation there in that day.
Okay.
how long is it?
You said, how long is your vacation?
It's just that week.
Was June 16th? Case is reset June 16th, 2025. Mr. Grant, you can get a copy of your dismissal and a copy of your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy of your reset and dismissals, you're free to go. And you have a best day. Next case, thank you. Rory Parker.
Probably gonna be one of the same things.
This is cause number 23 CCCR 2147, case of style of state of Texas versus Rory Bernard Parker. And Mr. Parker, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Parker, you're represented by your attorney, Ryan Matuska. Mr. Matuska, you'd like to keep this case on trial docket?
No, Your Honor, we have it worked out.
What's the name?
Okay, just have a seat. I don't have it yet. I don't have it. All right, we'll call you back up. Hebert. Saves. Robert Hebert. Are y'all ready?
From the traffic ticket?
Are y'all
Are we
ready?
doing the plea or?
Yeah, I don't. He was telling me about something having to do with community service that he has from downtown. So I'm presuming that's out of the municipal court.
It's not out of this
I don't know.
court, so it's
I
not
understand.
pertaining to this court. It's not pertaining to this case.
Understand.
Okay,
Um,
okay. So we ready to go forward?
yes, yeah.
Okay. Court is in session in two cases. Cause numbers 24 CCCR 0775, cause number 25 CCCR 0804. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Robert John Hebert. Mr. Hebert, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Hebert, you may put your hand down. Mr. Hebert, you represented in your case, on your cases by your attorney, Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, do you waive a record in Mr. Hebert's cases?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hebert, I have before me in cause number 23 CCCR 0775, a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Robert Hebert, on or about April 8th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault bodily injury. Mr. Hebert, do you understand what you have been charged with? To this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? And Mr. Hebert, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. You recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that's checked Nola Contendere. Initials are RH. Did you place your initials on this document? And Nola Contendere means no contest. On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
I do.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Okay, Mr. Hebert, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, we do.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
I do.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? And Mr. Hebert, are you a citizen of the United States?
State upper states one.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macy, you've advised and counseled Mr. Hebert. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hebert, your attorney, Mr. Macy, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Mhm.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation? Mr. Hebert, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 1 day plus court cost. And in addition to that, the state will be dismissing the received criminal trespass.
Okay. What's the court cost in this case?
2 seconds.
Yeah, affidavit is this. The one I had. It was for, this for Richard. This one was for Richard. Okay. Mr. Hebert, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 1 day that you've already served in the Jefferson County Jail. The court cost in this case is $277. Are you able to pay the $277 court cost? Okay, Mr. Hebert, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. May I hand this document to your attorney? Mr. Hebert, do you recognize that document? On page 2 of the same document, there's a signature top left-hand corner above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature? Now, Mr. Hebert, is everything in that document still true and correct today? Okay, Mr. Hebert, the court is going to find that you're indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The court cost in this case of $277 will be waived. Mr. Hebert, do you understand the state's offer and the court's findings? And do you think that it's fair and just? And do you accept it? Okay, Mr. Hebert, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state, and the state will be dismissing cause number 25 CCCR 0804. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, Mr. Hebert, this will conclude your case. You're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. You're welcome. You have anybody else? Okay, I'll do that. Next case is Justice Allen. Mr. Allen is on Zoom. This is cause number 24 CCCR 2658. Mr. Allen, you can take your mic off of mute. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, and Mr. Allen, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Mr. Padgett is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Padgett, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Allen's case?
Your Honor, we are at this time trying to complete discovery. I do not have the video portion of it completed. So I would ask for one more announcement setting, and I hope that I can get it by that time.
Okay, give us a reset date. This case will be reset to May 14th, 2025. Mr. Allen, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Again, your case is reset to May 14th, 2025. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Next case is Anthony Nieto.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anthony Nieto is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Nieto, you can take your mic off of mute. How are you doing, Mr. Nieto?
Yes, sir. Good. How about yourself, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Nieto, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget, and the state is represented in this case by Attorney Shane Hilton. Mr. Hilton, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Nieto's case?
Same one, Your Honor. I have all discovery except for the video evidence, and I'm hoping that we receive that shortly.
Okay, so this case will be reset on the same day, May 14th, 20.
That's appropriate. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Announcement, okay. Now, Mr. Nieto, your attorney, your bondsman will give a notice of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. Again, your case is reset till May 14th, 2025 at 9 a.m. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Umberto,
Likewise, sir.
Mr. Ruiz, would you please come forward? Mr. Ruiz, your full name is, you're Umberto Ruiz?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Ruiz?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Ruiz. You're represented by your attorney, James Paget, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Ruiz's case?
Your Honor, we have completed all discovery. I'll just need time and I'll contact my client to sit down with him and review it. I've received everything, and then I'll request an offer from the prosecutor, and we should be able to proceed on the next setting.
Okay, this case will also be reset to May 14th, 2025 for announcement.
I
And
expect it to be disposed of on that date, Your Honor, but we'll sit down with it.
all right, so Mr. Ruiz, your case is gonna be reset to May 19th? I've been saying 14th.
I believe the 19th would be the Monday, Your Honor.
Okay, this case will be reset on May 19th, 2025 for a plea. You're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go, and you need to be in court on May 19th at 9 a.m. for the plea, okay?
And I will be there as well, Your Honor.
You have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
Get your reset. Thank you. And Mr. Paget, your reset will be sent to you. Mr. Paget, I think this is your last case. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else is ready?
The case was transferred from. But it wasn't, I guess they was gonna do a plea, but all the information is in there, and that's why I'm having problems with it. He's not gonna take off that. I don't know, but he's just gonna have to.
Probably have to do him.
Like, I think-
Go to do somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing until she calls back.
Okay, we got Mr. Galmore. Barry Lynn Jones. This is cause number 24 CCCR 2356. Case is style of state of Texas versus Barry Lynn Jones. Mr. Jones, is that your full name?
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Jones?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Mr. Jones, you're representing your case by your attorney, Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Great, Judge, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Jones' case?
We like trial setting.
We set it for trial?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
What day is that? On a minute. June 9th.
Yes.
Yeah, Barry Lynn Jones. So reset. Let's see, this is cause number 24CCC R2356. Jones, I need to give you some bond conditions on this case. I'm gonna read the bond condition to you. You'll be able to get a copy of these bond conditions from our court coordinator. And it's titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court Law Number 2. Following return of criminal information in County Court Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bonds are executed for release of any defendant named herein or ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out,
Okay,
mic on?
yeah, the mic is on.
Okay.
Okay, it says, standard bond conditions in County Code at Law Number 2. Following the return of a criminal information in County Code at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. Court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition? In condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition? Now, condition number 4 does not apply. That only applies in a DWI case. Your case is not a DWI case. However, condition number 5 does apply. And condition number 5 states defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn full-time paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition? Okay. Now, Mr. Jones, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond will be revoked. You'll be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given a copy of these bond conditions before you leave here this morning. Our coordinator will give you a copy of the bond conditions and you reset. Again, your case is reset June 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. You can get your reset and your bond conditions from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset and bond conditions, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Galmore, I think this is your only case.
Yes, sir.
You're free to go as well.
Thank you.
And you have a blessed day. Anna Julia Camarillo.
Do you have a discovery certification to look into?
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta do it. Discover certification. Jefferson County Court at number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number 24 CCCR 0954. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Anna Julia Camarillo. Ms. Camarillo, is that your full name? Ms. Camarillo, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Camarillo, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Camarillo? You doing good? That's good. Ms. Camarillo, I'm doing fine, and the state is represented in this case by Attorney Jack Lawrence. Attorney Lawrence, how are you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lawrence, do you waive a record in Ms. Camarillo's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Camarillo, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Anna Julia Camarillo, on or about March 11th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offensive assault causing bodily injury to a family member. Ms. Camarillo, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Okay.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Ms. Camarillo, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that's checked nolla contendere, which means no contest. The initials are AC. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea barring case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Ms. Camarillo, before you signed and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Lawrence, go over these documents with you?
Yep.
Did you understand everything that Mr. Lawrence went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Camarillo, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State,
Go for 6-1.
any objection to state's exhibit number 1?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Lawrence, you advised and counsel Ms. Camarillo. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Camarillo, your attorney, Mr. Lawrence, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Camarillo, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 1 year deferred probation with a $200 fine for years community service. The requirement that the defendant attend and complete the BIP program.
Is it, oh, you said community, I see 30 hours of community service.
Oh, that's, oh, my apologies, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay,
The requirement that the defendant attend and complete the BIP program
okay,
and no contact with the complaining witness, Gonzalo Flores, in this case, outside of court proceedings.
what they have to write in?
The complaining witness's name, Your Honor.
Gonzalez Flores.
It's not on the, did you put it on the tablet?
No, this is no contact with. He didn't even write it on there.
That's her husband's name.
Yeah, okay,
I believe the child's name is also Gonzalo, but it's no contact with her husband outside of.
that's the complaining witness, so we said that, yeah.
Mhm.
Gonzalez Flores. You say outside of court?
Outside of court proceedings. There are court proceedings.
Hold on, wait up. No, this is 200.
I just have one statement to make.
Yeah, hold on, let me, do this. This is, 200. Were you appointed in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the court cost? 277. Family violence. Family violence center. Let's see. 180. Okay. Ms. Camarillo, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $250, and you'll be required to pay $100 to a family violence center in our community. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $167 a month. Will you be able to pay the $167 each month?
Yes.
You will. You'll also be required to perform 30 hours of community service. You must attend and complete BIP class. You can't have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, Gonzalez Flores, except outside of court proceedings. No, it shouldn't be that. Outside of court proceedings, you cannot have any contact with it. Okay? So if you have court proceedings, you can't have contact with the court proceedings, okay? And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Camarillo, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? Do you accept the state's offer? Okay, now, Mr. Lawrence Hughes.
One comment, Your Honor. The complainant who was at the time of the incident, her husband for 13 years,
Are you going into the facts of the case?
just barely.
You, I mean.
There was no-
Hold on.
We've already taken the plea.
Now, let me
Exit
do
over
this here.
to
Now,
discuss.
if you're gonna go along with the plea bar, she gonna
Yes,
maintain her plea?
yes.
Okay, so what's the purpose of, going into the facts of the case?
Sentencing. There was no physical injury of the husband other.
So let me
That
do
would
this here.
require
Okay, let me ask
medical
you this here.
attention.
So are you asking for another type sentence? Or you said it's sentencing.
I'm just pointing out something to the court during the sentencing. There was no physical injury to the husband other that would require medical attention. There was no physical injury to the husband that would require any medical attention.
What's required for the state is pain, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
bodily
just-
injury is pain.
Well,
It's
that's
bodily
what the
injury is not,
DA the DA was just telling me about that. But we're just pointing that out in case it ever comes up again. And it will be on tape that there was no physical injury requiring medical attention.
but there was bodily injury. Which is the requirement, which is one of the elements of this offense.
If we're proceeding solely on the grounds of pain, possibly there was minor pain, but that would be it. There was no physical injury.
I don't know if you have to go with any type of degree of pain. I think the statute is clear. It just defines it as pain.
Well,
The definition of bodily injury.
I'll leave that for somebody else to say, but
Okay, no, I mean, I could read it to you out the code. That's what the code says.
I'll just remain content with my comment that there was no physical injury to the husband other than.
You say physical injury that required medical attention. That's totally different from what you just said.
There was no physical injury to the husband requiring any kind of medical attention.
Okay. Okay, so now, Ms. Camarillo, you understand the state's offer?
The probation, I want to do it here in Jefferson County.
You know, you could have it transferred if you live in another county.
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna start working here in Jefferson County.
Okay, it could start here.
I'm going out of town. It's because I don't know nothing about that. That's
Okay.
4 questions.
Let me do this here. You could explain all of that to your probation
Okay.
officer and they'll take care of it. They
Okay,
can fix
all
it
right.
up in, you know,
Okay, perfect.
so it won't harm you in any
Okay.
way.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
now do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
You think it's fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, the court is going to follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Camarillo, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure, whereby your record is sealed to the general public. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Camarillo, you're gonna have a seat in the first chair on the wall. Wait for your name to be called. Once your name is called, you go to the window before the court coordinator, and you'll follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Lawrence, you have any more cases? This is the last one. You have another case?
Oh, there is another case, but that she has 2 felonies, and I'm imagining
Oh, she didn't appear. Okay,
Sydney Dorsey.
right. Okay, this is cause number 24-CCCR 1586 and cause number 24-CCCR 1846. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sydney Dorsey or Sydney James Dorsey. Mr. Dorsey did not appear. Mr. Dorsey's name was required to be here at 9 a.m. this morning. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Sydney Dorsey at the courthouse door. Sydney Dorsey did not answer. Sydney Dorsey has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 11:55 a.m. on today's date of April 14, 2025. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Sydney Dorsey at the courthouse door? Okay, Sydney Dorsey's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Sydney Dorsey did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Dorsey an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. State, do you have a motion?
Statements for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Sydney Dorsey's bond will be forfeited. The warrant shall be issued for his arrest and cause number.
Your Honor, she has 4 felonies. That's probably the reason she's not here. I think she's already in detention.
There are felony warrants on her for those cases as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was just informed. So she has warrants. So if she's not here and she was picked up on the warrants, obviously, you know, the bond forfeitures will not go through.
All right.
Okay. So, Mr. Lawrence, have your client, Ms. Camarillo, to come back up. I need to give her this written admonition required by section 176.1 of the Texas Administrative Code. Ms. Camarillo, your attorney is going to hand you a document that is titled Model Written Admonition on Ineligibility to Possess a Firearm Ammunition. In accordance with one Texas Administrative Code, section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order of judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code, section 46.013, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. For your reference, you may wish to consult the statutes listed below, which may or may not apply to your circumstances. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 27.14E1, plea of guilty or nolo contendere in misdemeanor. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of a firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse and neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protected waters. Now, Ms. Camarillo, the written admonition that has been handed out to you is for your records. You can have a seat. Okay. Yes.
It was a surrender.
Okay. Okay. So it's not gonna be forfeited. Yeah, they already. Okay. Shannon Levine Gregory. This is cause number 23CCCR 2582, case of style of state of Texas versus Shannon Levine Gregory. Ms. Gregory, is that your full name? Ms. Gregory, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Gregory, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Gregory, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Gregory? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Gregory, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Terrence Allison. Attorney Allison, how are you doing?
Fine, thank
That's good. Mr. Allison, do you waive a record in Ms. Gregory's case?
you. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gregory, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Shayna Levine Gregory, on or about January 27th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed Class B misdemeanor offense of forge, was it increase for the quantity of dangerous drugs? Class B misdemeanor. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yeah.
And to this case, how did you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Gregory, I also have before me a document on my tablet that is titled Misdemeanor plea minus is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that says guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bar in case you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. Gregory, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Gregory, are you a citizen of the United States?
Except for stage 1.
Any objections? No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Allison, you've advised and counseled Ms. Gregory. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand?
No, sir.
Ms. Gregory, your attorney, Mr. Allison, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? And has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Gregory, I accept your plea of no contest. I will, your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 1 year deferred probation with a $300 fine and 50 hours community service.
That's our agreement.
Okay. What's the court cost?
270.
Okay, now, Ms. Gregory, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay $60 a month for probation fee, $15 a month reimbursement for a urinalysis fee, and $15 a month, or just $15 period for the reimbursement fee. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $136 a month. Are you able to pay the $136 each month? You'll also be required to perform 40 hours of community service and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Gregory, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept this offer? Okay, now, Ms. Gregory, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Gregory, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will not result in a conviction in your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure whereby your record will be sealed to the general public. You can talk to your Attorney Allison, about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in these matters. Now, Ms. Gregory, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Allison, this is your only case. You're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. What else we got?
I have, this one has a dismissal. He has a plea as well, that plea is not ready.
Is it on the same case?
No, sir.
Jason Jones. Mr. Jones, your full name is Jason Kia Jones? Kaya Jones? Okay, Mr. Jones, would you please raise your right hand? Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Jones, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Ron Matuska, and Mr. Matuska, you have a record in this case?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Matuska, I have before me a document that is titled dismissal, motion to dismiss. Is that correct, State?
That is correct, Your Honor. He pled in felony court this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Jones, I'm signing this dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of this dismissal in a few minutes. Once you get a copy of this dismissal, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Matus, okay. You just stand in front of the court coordinator. Jaquez Turner. Court is in session and calls number 246 CCR 1664. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jaquez Mikhail DeMichael Turner. Mr. Turner, is that your full name? Mr. Turner, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Turner, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Turner, you may put your hand down. And Mr. Turner, you're represented in your case by your attorney, David Grove. Attorney Grove, do you waive, first of all, Mr. Grove, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
And Mr. Grove, do you waive a record in Mr. Turner's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Turner, I have before me a document that's on my computer, and this document is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jaquez DeMichael Turner, on or about May 25th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest, detention. Mr. Turner, do you understand what you have been charged with? To this charge, Mr. Turner, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Mr. Turner, I also have before me a document on my tablet that's titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. You recognize this document? And on page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on a line Next to a box is checked guilty, the initials are JT. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification and defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? Second box is checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Mr. Turner, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Turner, are you a citizen of the United States?
The upper states one.
Any
No
objections?
objection.
No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And Mr. Grove, you advised and counseled Mr. Turner. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
And Mr. Turner, your attorney, Mr. Grove, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Turner, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I'll also find that your plea and waivers was freely state. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 45 days time served, court house action retired.
Okay, Mr. Turner, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 45 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. Mr. Turner, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Turner, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Turner, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you can follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day. Terrence Daniels? Not here. No, Daniels is one of Mr. Grove's case.
I've not seen it, Your Honor, so
Yes.
Okay, let's see, come back to Kristen Holmes. That's on the pretrial.
Judge, Ms. Holmes, has been denied admission in the pretrial diversion program.
Okay,
I have an alternative if I can speak to her a little
Okay,
bit
that's
about
fine.
that. And we'll get back with you.
okay, I'll hold. All right, Ms. Holmes, you're gonna have a seat.
To you, Ms. Tran.
Okay, next case is cause number 24 CCCR 2382. Case is style of state of Texas versus J. Jesus Maciel Sierra. Mr. Sierra is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Sierra, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Sierra, you're representing your case by your attorney, Jared Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
And Mr. Gilthorpe, what is your announcement in Mr. Sierra's case?
Judge, we'd like to be placed on the trial docket.
Okay, give us a reset date.
Hello.
I don't know. Yeah, we know who's the DA on Sierra's case?
That's me.
Oh, Andrew? Okay. Okay, this case will be reset to June 2nd, 2025. Mr. Sierra, your attorney and your bondsman will give a notice of your recess. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. On June 2nd, 2025, your case is set for trial. You need to be in court in person. And the recess will be sent to your attorney and your bondsman. Again, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. And Mr. Gilthorpe, your recess will be sent to you. You're free to go. You have a blessed day. Mr. Sierra, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
One question.
Hold on.
Mr. Gilthorpe, do you have an offer on that case?
I don't believe I do. We had applied for pretrial. He was denied for pretrial. And so I was looking at the case and I see a suppression issue on the case.
Okay. Okay, case is set for trial June 2nd, 2025.
Okay.
Mr. Sierra, you're free to go, and Mr. Gilthorpe, you're free to go as well. And both of y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. Take care.
You-
Oh, Gregory. Rory Parker. Court is in session and cause number 23 CCCR 2147. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Rory Bernard Parker. Mr. Parker, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parker, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Parker, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parker, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Parker? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Parker, you represented by your attorney, Ron Matuska. Mr. Matuska, do you waive a record in Mr. Parker's case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parker, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Rory Bernard Parker, on or about July 26th of 2023, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, this information further alleges that prior to the commission of this offense on April 26th of 2023, in cause number 147434 and County Court at Law number 3 of Jefferson County, Texas, that you was convicted of the offense relating to the operating of a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Mr. Parker, do you understand? Now, is this true that you were previously convicted on April 26th of 2023? County Court at Law number 3, cause number 147434 for the misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated? Now, to this offense, driving while intoxicated, second, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest? Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Don't wish.
Okay, now, Mr. Parker, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked null or continuing, which means no contest. You place your initials on this document. On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea barring case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have a document on paper that's titled discovery certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Mr. Parker, before you signed and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Did you understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Parker, are you a citizen of the United States? State,
State one.
any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Matuska, you've advised that counsel, Mr. Parker, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Absolutely not.
And Mr. Parker, your attorney, Mr. Matuska, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Parker, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waiver were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 40 days jail with credit for 25 days.
Okay, what is the court cost?
392.
$390. Okay, Mr. Parker, the state is offering that you serve 40 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for the 25 days that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $392. Are you able to pay the $392 court cost today?
No.
Okay, Mr. Parker, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Could you show this document that's that first page? You recognize that document? On page, you could turn to the next page. Well, you could hand it back to me. Is everything in that document still true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Parker, the court previously found, the judge previously found you indigent. In this case, the court is gonna find you indigent. And based on the finding of indigency, the court cost of $392 in this case will be waived. And that's pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Mr. Parker, do you understand the state's offer and the court's finding?
Yes, sir.
And do you think it's fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Parker?
Your Honor, we have one request. Mr. Parker has made arrangements to get a ride to the jail so he could secure his property and his vehicle. We would ask that he be allowed to do that today before whatever time the court deems necessary.
You have any objections,
Yeah, no
take? Okay.
objection.
So the jail time is gonna begin today, which is April 14th, 2025, at or before 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Mr. Parker, again, the state is offering that you serve 40 days in Jefferson County Jail, you'll be given credit for the 25 days that you've already served. The court cost in this case is going to be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Your jail time is to begin today, April 14th, at or before 6 p.m. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Parker, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
You think it's fair and just?
Yes,
Do you accept it?
yes.
Okay, Mr. Parker, I'll follow the people are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Is the paperwork ready, or do you need?
You can just have a seat, get ready.
Just have a seat, wait for the paperwork to be ready. Once the paperwork is ready, you're gonna follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Matus? Yes. Okay, Mr. Matuska, you're free to go,
Thank you.
and you have a blessed day.
I'm gonna try to type it up and then. Obviously, they must have, she next door, and they didn't have.
Judge, can I just have,
Yeah,
seem to be having technical problems.
well,
Anytime I use anything, I have technical problems.
I understand.
I'll be right back.
Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 1928. The court is back in session in the case State of Texas versus Eric Savoy. And the court had this case on hold. And Mr. Boudreaux, what's your announcement? What's your announcement in Mr. Savoy's case?
Your Honor, we've worked out tentatively agreement with the state,
Okay,
but he will need a little bit of time to get the money together.
okay, how much time do you need? 90 days. What's the total balance? Do we know?
So the offer in this case is a $300 fine plus court costs.
Okay.
Does he, hold on, listen. Has he served any time in jail?
I can check that, Your Honor.
Just hold on, they're checking something. It's 1 day? Okay, so they show that you have 1 day credit, and so with the 1 day state, are you willing to give them that 1 day credit toward his fine and court costs?
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay, so they're gonna give that 1 day credit. That means that the fine and court costs will be reduced by $100. You understand that? So instead of the fine, so they're gonna reduce, they're gonna give you credit of $100 towards your fine and court costs. So they're gonna reduce, so the fine will be reduced to $200, basically, plus the court costs, okay? Now, how much time would you need? You said, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you 60 days, okay? To,
What's the court cost?
okay, we're gonna have to, they're gonna have to figure that out. Hold on.
I don't know the thing.
Yeah, they can't figure that out now, but normally the court cost is usually around 277. So you're talking $477. $477.
I can pay the fine, but the court costs, I can't pay that.
Okay, I know, we're not asking you to pay it today. We're gonna give you 60 days to get it up, to get all of it. You understand what I'm saying? So you have 2 months to get the fine and the court costs. You think you could get it in that time?
Because I'm not working and I'm trying to get my disability. I do all jobs.
Oh, well,
I cut grass and
I understand. So, I mean, if that's the case,
that's why I said I need a little more time to get the money because I don't know how I'm gonna get it. That's why I said I need some time.
Either that, or if he's found indigent, they can just be converted to community service.
yeah, we're gonna convert it to community service.
That's fine because I'm doing.
Now, I'm just saying, that's what we would have to,
Because I'm doing community service now for Judge Library at some other place.
uh-huh. Okay. But, y'all wanna do that? If we do that, we'll just continue to have him doing the community service at the same location, and he'll have to bring us proof.
That's if the court finds him indigent.
You're right. Yeah. So let me do this here. We can take care of it today. Okay? And if the court finds him indigent, pursuant to Article 42.15, the court can convert it, his fine and court cost into service. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So if y'all want, y'all can do the paperwork, and then we can take care of it today. And we'll give him so many days, months to get to complete the community
Yeah,
service.
because I had $297 for Judge Library. Now I got 48 hours left.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, I don't think I was gonna be that much, but but anyway,
Community services anyway.
yeah, okay, well, that's good. So won't y'all just have a seat, get a tablet?
I think Mr. Grove
He could take this one then. And you could help him out.
yeah, I can write it up real quick.
Okay. Here you go. Okay, y'all just have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Jefferson County Court of Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and cause number 23 CCCR 2340 case is filed in the state of Texas versus Dorothy May Galloway. Dorothy Galloway was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's be able to call the name. Wait up, I see here that says defendant in custody in Harris County.
Oh, yeah, I know older, I know.
That was just 4 days ago. Yeah, that was, that's a note, Glenda Segur, put it in, and that was 4 days ago. She says she's in custody in Harris County. Okay, next case is cause number 23 CCCR 1700 case for South of State of Texas versus Terrence Daniels. Terrence Daniels is scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's barely called the name of Terrence Daniels at the courthouse door. Terrence Daniels did not answer. Terrence Daniels has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 11:52 a.m. on today's date of April 14th, 2025. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Terrence Daniels at the courthouse door?
Here.
Oh, okay.
That sound like David Rowe.
It is, Mr. Grove. He's been signing some
Yeah.
for a while.
Him too? No, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, no response. Terrence Daniels, has been given a reasonable time to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. States, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Terrence Daniels' bond will be forfeited and the warrant shall be issued for his arrest in clause number 23 CCR 1700. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session. The cause number 24 CCCR 1928. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Eric Savoy. Mr. Savoy, is that your full name? Mr. Savoy, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Savoy, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Savoy, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Savoy?
Kind of just feeling nauseous a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna see if we,
I took my diabetes medicine.
okay, we're gonna see if we can hurry up and get you out of here. Now, Mr. Savoy, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
And Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in Mr. Savoy's case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Savoy, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Savoy, it alleges that you, Eric Savoy, on or about July 6th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Savoy, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Savoy, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to boxes checked. No contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right Appeal. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to the appeal, which means you're giving up your right to the appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Sir,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Savoy, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, go over these documents with you?
sir.
And did you understand everything that Mr. Boudreaux went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Savoy, are you a citizen of the United States?
Still for take one.
Any objection to state's exhibit number
No,
one?
sir.
No objection to state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you have advised and counseled Mr. Savoy. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
And Mr. Savoy, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Most definitely.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Savoy, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. We'll also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement in this case is to a $300 fine plus court costs with the credit for which day that the defendant to serve.
Mr. Savoy, the state is offering that you serve, well, actually that you pay a fine of $300 plus court costs. What's this court cost?
I don't know. On the first page, we didn't check, how it's been done. It's 277.
Okay, now, Mr. Savoy, state is offering that you pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You will be given 1 day credit, credit toward your fine and court costs, which is $100 that will be subtracted off of the $577, which comes to a total of $477. Are you able to pay that today? Okay, now, Mr., you have to speak up.
No, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Savoy, I have before me a document that I'm handing to your attorney. It's titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Industry. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on page 2 of that same document, top left-hand corner, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Savoy, is everything on that document still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Savoy, the court is going to find that you're indigent, and based on the finding of indigency, the fine and court costs in this case of $500 minus the $100, which comes to a total of $477, will be converted to 38 hours of community service. And that's pursuant to, well, the court is finding you indigent based, and the 38 hours of community service will be performed at Henry's place. And that's in Beaumont, Texas. And how much time do you need to perform that community service?
About a month, or two,
We're gonna give you 60 days.
60 days.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's 2 months, okay? So we'll 60 days. Now they have a sign-in form at Henry's place.
Yeah, Miss Tiffany.
Okay, you're gonna have to bring that form back to the court when you come back. So we're gonna reset this here case, just 60 days. We're gonna say it's a compliance hearing. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll just give you a 60, just to give us that community service. Now, if you get it done before that, you can bring it in before
So
that.
y'all don't have the form I can take up there?
No, let's do this here. Hold on a minute. I'll come back up. Now, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Mr. Savoy, I'll follow people are in agreement that you made with the state. Have a seat in that first chair on the wall and wait for your name to be called. Okay. Ms. Holmes. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0952, case of style of state of Texas versus Kirsten Holmes. Ms. Holmes, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Holmes, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Holmes, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Holmes? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Holmes. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney David Grove. Again, Mr. Grove, how are you doing?
Good, sir, good.
And Mr. Grove, do you waive a record
Yes,
in Ms.
sir.
Holmes' case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Holmes, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Kirsten Holmes, on or about February 29th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault, bodily injury. Ms. Holmes, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Holmes, how do you plead guilty? Not guilty or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Ms. Holmes, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is on my tablet. Do you recognize this document? This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. On page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials KH on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. Do you recognize this? On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, you recognize this document. And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? And on the next document that's titled Discovery Certification, this document is on paper. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Now, Ms. Holmes, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Did you understand everything that he went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? This is County Code Law number 3.
Certification.
Yeah, I just scratched through it. Change it. Now, Ms. Holmes, are you a citizen of the United States?
Except for stage 1.
Any objections? State's
No
Exhibit number
objection.
1. No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Grove, you've advised and counseled Ms. Holmes, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
And Ms. Holmes, your attorney, Mr. Grove, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Yes. Ms. Holmes, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is to 1-year deferred probation with a $300 fine and 50 hours community service. The defendant is to have no contact with the complaining witness, IDing the information by the initials JR.
What's the court cost in this case? Ms. Rose was appointed. It's 2:50.
Yes, sir.
She sent it to him. I think she's,
Yeah, we received it, Your Honor.
oh,
It's not probation. He come in, he can-
you have the form?
Mhm.
You need to make some copies of the form, so we'll have it.
Mhm. No, they didn't want to read it. You want to let your, Megan do
I'm looking for the, community service.
it? Oh, right there. That's your sign.
All right,
When you say.
that's what I was doing.
Okay.
All right, the hours. The hours.
She can,
Not on there, it's on your,
it's on your judgment, on your, on that, showing where it is, and it's just on, in the conditions.
No, it's not, because it's not probation.
Okay, but when you
It's in
wrote
the
it-
comments.
On the comments.
Look on the first page. Look right here, Mom. Where it says for the board. 38. Signing court just charged for 38 hours of community service. Yeah, 60 days. And to perform and complete it in 60 days at Henry's place.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, sir, we gotta give you a 60-day reset.
Yeah, this is gonna be a compliance hearing. Or status hearing. Mhm. Okay. You have an affidavit, when you use. Okay, Miss Ms. Holmes, the state is offering that you serve $300, that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $6 a month, your analysis fee $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15, and you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments is $158 a month. Are you able to pay the $158 a month? Okay, now, do you have that? Okay, now, Ms. Holmes, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. If I hand this document to your attorney and he'll hand this document to you. Ms. Holmes, do you recognize that document? On page 2 of that same document, top left-hand corner, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defender Signature. Is that your signature? Now, Ms. Holmes, is everything in that document still true and correct today? Okay, Ms. Holmes, the court is going to find that you're indigent. Based on the finding of indigency, the fine of $250 and court costs of $300, which is a total of $550. Let's do this here. No, the fine is actually, the fine is $300, the court cost is $277, I'm mistaken. Okay, now, Ms. Holmes, the state is offering, well, first of all, the court is going to find that you're indigent. And based on the finding of indigency pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, the fine of $300 plus court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $577, will be converted to 46 hours of community service. The attorney's fees in this case of $250 will be waived, which means you would not have to pay it. And that's pursuant to Article 26.05 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, G-11. The reimbursement fee of $15, you would not have to pay that either, because that will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The probation fee in this case of $60 a month will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month. And you will be required to pay your analysis fee of $15 a month. And this comes to a total, a monthly installments of $44 a month. Will you be able to pay the $44 each month? Because I don't like.
She's still a senior in high school.
Okay, so she's saying she can pay it. Okay, see, she said a thumbs up. Okay. So Now, you will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service in addition to the 46 hours, which comes to a total of 96 hours of community service. Do you understand that? All right. Now, you cannot have any contact with the complaining witness, in this case, JR, and you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Holmes, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer and the court findings is fair and just? And do you accept it? Okay, now, Ms. Holmes, the court is going to follow this plea bargain agreement that you made with the state. And if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. And you can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure where your record is sealed to the general public. You can talk to your attorney about that because he's quite competent in those matters. Do you understand that? Okay. Now, Ms. Holmes, this will conclude your case. And before you go and stand next to the bailiff, I see that you're here with someone who are you here with? Your grandmother. Ma'am, thanks for coming down here with your granddaughter. Now, you're welcome. Now, Ms. Holmes, I know that people of your age, they say they have BFFs, best friends for life. And those people, sometimes y'all call them your ride or die. They'll be with you through thick and thin and through your ups and downs. But on days like today, those people that you call your BFFs and your ride or die, they're not here. But I do see that somebody is here, and that person, you know who that person is? No, it's not just your grandma. It's your ride or die. It's your BFF, okay? And because that's the person that helped put a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back, and perhaps even a little spanking on your butt when you're out of line. And so I tell people this, young people, this all the time. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not your partner. But when that lady says she got you, she got you. Okay? So I know you might be thinking that at this time you're going through a storm. This is the worst day of your life. But I can assure you that you should remember this. When you're walking through a storm, hold your head high. Don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Okay? And when you think things are over your head and that you're sinking too deep, just remember, hope floats. Right? So always keep hope. All right? Some people might look at this as a stumbling block, but you can look at it as a stepping stone. And you know what a stepping stone is for? To step up to reach higher heights, okay? And you can reach higher heights. This is not the end, okay? You could be anything that you want to be, all right? But you got to put your mind to it. If you believe, you can achieve, all right? So this is not the end. This is not the proudest day for your grandmother, but you can make her proud, all right? By putting all of this behind you and being the young lady that woman know you can be. You just got to believe in yourself. All right. So at this time, you're going to have a seat. They're going to make some adjustments to the paperwork. Once they make those adjustments, you're going to follow it. You're going to come up to the table for the bailiff, follow the bailiff directions, and you'll be free to go. Mr. Grove, thank you for your services. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And just for the record, your last name is Holmes. My last name is Holmes. We're not related. And so just, make sure you make your family, your whole family proud. Okay? All right. You have a blessed day. Yes. She can get that. They can get that here. And you have another question?
Like if I were going to college.
That your probation officer will be able to work that out for you. Yeah, they can give you, they can tell you they'll tell you the locations and stuff like that. And they'll have programs also for community service. Okay? All right. You have a blessed day. Grandma, thanks for coming down here with your granddaughter. Is that it? Last one? Oh, they still, that's it. Okay. So, this will conclude the calling of the court's pre-trial docket, trial docket, and the announcement docket on today's date in, County Court at Law number 2, Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
And prosecutors, you and Mr. Grove, you are excused.